Hello guys, Femi Filter, he has just dropped a very bombshell video. So from evidence to evidence, you will love it. Then you will understand who VDM was. You will understand who VDM really is. You will love it. Without sentiments, without, where that man is my this is my that. Just try, use your brain to watch this video. No use your yansho because many writers they use yansh, they watch videos. Just use your brain to watch this video. Let me leave you to, Femi Filter, where he unravel more about Peter, Paul, and Jude Okoye. You will love it. You will love it. Evidence from evidence. You will love it. Just let me leave you to, Femi Filter. Watch this video.
If you really care about the truth, I need you to listen to this video. Don't rush. Don't rush. Listen to it and follow the timelines. See, one thing about narcissistic people is that they would always by themselves dig the hole that they will end up in, right? They never stop. They always want to have the last say. They always want to have the last laugh. So you've seen the progression. First, he started attacking that Fino did not know about the issue that Peter lied on Fino. He moved to Peter lied about how much Cynthia Morgan has made. We debunked that for him and we placed a bet of 30 million. He has not come back to that. He went again that Peter is lying, that he did not petition Paul. We've shown him again that the petition is different from his statement. Now, he's now sharing WhatsApp chat, screenshots of chats. That is what he's presenting. And let's help him break that chat into pieces and validate all the things that exist in that chat and things that appeared or happened before that chat. Okay, so please be still. We're not going to shout. You see him, he's already shouting. He's already, and that's how narcissistic people behave. The moment they no longer have points to say, they start shouting. They get angry. We're educating ourselves. Educate me, I educate you. I see the point, you see my point. If your point is not making sense, I fact check you. There's no need to start spitting on your phone. You're not an animal. Like, calm down. This is, mature men conversation. You don't need to start to do like a dog. Right? Don't get angry for no reason. Let's have a conversation. LD conversation. So let's get into it and see what the timeline says. And I need you to pay attention to the date. Jude was arrested February 26, 2025, and he was later released somewhere end of April. Whenever the grand bill, he needs to perfect the condition, but it was like end of April when he was eventually released. Our content creator said he met Peter May 14 at Sheraton, Abuja, and Coco people said the video, and there was another person who has malaria that was sleeping. But we can confirm that May 14, 2025, he met with Peter at Sheraton. So, Vidya mentioned a few weeks later he met Fino, and news reports said that Vidya met Fino at Burna Boy's 34th birthday party, which happened on July 2nd, 2025. To confirm that, Yevon Jegede posted their picture together, and you can see the clothes that VDM is wearing. You can also see him dancing with Burna Boy in the same clothes. And further down the video, which I'm showing you, you can see VDM talking and laughing with Fino behind. And according to VDM, in that meeting, Fino asked him to call Peter. Again, it was a noisy environment, so maybe they stepped out in the car or they went somewhere to have the conversation. Definitely that conversation could not have been had in that noisy space, so they must have stepped out. But Fino said, call Peter, and let's confirm that truly what you're saying that I said, that is true, right? He refused to call Peter. Again, you have told Fino everything that Peter has said. So at that point, what exactly is there to cover? At least you want to unravel the truth. Okay, call. Put the two of them together on the same space and let us know who is lying. You refuse, and you say you're after the truth, right? You refuse to do that. So his July 2025 version was that he ran into Jude somewhere at an event and that he approached Jude. It was posted on Naira Land on 13 July 2025, which is a Sunday, that Very Dark Man met Jude, right? On July 12th, which is a Saturday. Again, it makes sense because he said an event, so Saturday, July 12th. The next day, July 13th, VDM was already defending Jude against Cynthia Morgan. You met somebody July 12th, you started defending him July 13th. If you met him randomly, quick question to our content creator that needs genuine answer. If you met him randomly, was Jude walking around everywhere with evidence and catalog to defend the claim that he's cheated Cynthia Morgan? Was he walking with evidence? Because you met him July 12th, you're already defending the matter July 13th. What evidence did you see? And you had quickly analyzed them and drawn a conclusion within 24 hours that Cynthia Morgan is lying. What evidence? That's a very good question that you need to answer. Again, we're having very mature conversation, right? One thing that you must note at this point is that VDM has not shared where Peter told him to come to Sheraton, because you have shared us the screenshot of the chat. You have not said, tell us or given us a factual evidence that it was Peter and why he invited you to Sheraton Hotel, right? He has not shown us anything. We don't know the basis of their meeting. He could have been on another thing and then they spoke about that, but he has not shown us evidence, written evidence. Because he said Peter wrote you or message you or call you. There's no evidence, right? And if you piece the timeline now that he met Jude when? July 12th. Right? July 12th. So now, let's put for specific timeline. He met Peter May 14. He met Fino July 2. Peter's call from the chat we're going to break down was July 8. Then he met Jude July 13. right? Put that in mind, though. Those 4 timeline. Met Peter May 14, met Fino July 2, spoke to Peter July 8, and then met Jude July 12, which is a Saturday. Then he made the post on July 13, right? Let's go into the details of the chat. The chat started 8th of July 2025. There was a missed call at 13:25. Content creator now called back at 13:27. Then a voice call that lasted 60 minutes, which started at 13:27. So basically, he missed the call at 13:25. Content creator called back in 2 minutes, 13:27. They had a 60-minute conversation, right? And if you look at it further, right, the messages and the frequent calls from Peter means that the call ended abruptly, so they did not conclude or they did not finish whatever they were saying. So Peter called back 13:44, 13:44, 13:44, 3 times in 1 minute. So a heated conversation was going on. For you to call somebody 3 times in 1 minute, right? So that's just simply means that the conversation was not done on the initial 60-minute call. Then he called again, 13:45 and 13:46. It was strange for him. He now wrote, network is bad or your phone died at 13:47 because it maybe brought ringing and not, it did not bring ringing. You know how when your network or phone died in WhatsApp. So he was trying to check that, okay, did your phone die or are you out of network? No response. Then he called again at 13:55, about 8 minutes after assuming if it is network or he might have moved to a different place, or if it is battery, he could have plugged his phone by that time. So he waited for 8 minutes to call back. Maybe he moved to a different place or he has started charging his phone. But remember the date, 8th of July 2025. That was when this conversation happened. On the 16th of July, Peter called twice at 11:34 and 11:35 in quick succession, right? And after that, he never called. If you are after the truth, you met Jude on July 12th. You started defending him against Sita Morgan July 13. Why did you avoid Peter's call on 16th of July at 11:34 and 11:35? Because you had not met Jude prior. So you spoke to Peter, spoke to Fino, then you had a conversation with Peter, then you now met Jude on the 12th. Then Peter is calling you on the 16th. There's no reason why you will not pick or you will not call back. Because now that you have heard Jude's side of the story, you should corroborate it. But you never picked Peter's call on the 16th of July. Then on the 20th of July, Peter called 14:32, no answer. He then wrote that someone who was scammed needed VDM's help to clarify why he was calling, because by now Peter knows that VDM is avoiding the discussion or the topic they last discussed. So immediately he called and he did not pick. He gave the reason why he was calling. He clarified the purpose of the call, and then he did something. He thanked him for his good works. I don't know where you see that one. He said, and that thank you is very significant because you would only thank somebody after that kind of series of conversation. Maybe you guys had a heated conversation or some sort of things that you guys are not aligning, right? So you're like trying to let the person know that irrespective of whether you agree with me on this or not, I don't have a bad blood with you. I see the good that you do. That's the only reason why Peter would do that. So what differences could have happened on that 60 minutes call that would make VDM stop talking? Because if he claims he knew Peter was lying after speaking to Jude on July 12th, why would you not want to pick Peter's call on July 16th? Right? So Peter told you something, Fino told you something, now you've met Jude. Wouldn't you want to corroborate the story again by now telling Peter that, okay, by the way, you could have taken Peter's story to Fino. There's no reason why you will hide Jude's story from Peter. So you could have said, by the way, this is what he told me, this is what Jude told me. How? Let him clarify the difference in the story. But you never picked his call again. And remember that matter was not on social media. So this is the same person that refused to call Peter in front of Fino as a very easy way to fact check Peter. Again, 22nd of July 2025 at 23:32, Peter called VDM again. 22nd of July, he called. He did not pick. Then on 22nd of August 2025, a message about checking his DM on an actress who needs help. And Peter shared an IG page of Ugechukwu Anazo. I shared the page with you. And since then, no calls, no tests, nothing. So look at the timeline, right? And which I'm going to reiterate again. That if VDM met Peter May 14, met Fino July 2, and Peter had a call with him on July 8, and then he met Jude on July 12, why didn't you pick the call that Peter called you on July 16? If you really care about finding out from everybody who is saying the truth and who is lying, what was the reason why you never reached out or you never picked Peter's call after speaking to Jude on July 12? Answer that honest question. Why didn't you speak again to Peter? And now you are forcing me to believe that you are highest bidder. Because the only reason why you would now ignore one part fully is because you are now in one line and rubber don't enter pockets. Allegedly. So I leave you to it. Again, I'm not saying Peter is this or this. These are the facts. Share this video and have a wonderful day. And remember to stay safe. No, they tell your story to people. God be with you. Thank you.